In an unforgettable and almost surreal moment inside South Africa's parliament, President Cyril Ramaphosa faced what many are already calling the most humiliating chapter of his political career. Amid shouts, jeers, and visible divisions across the floor of the National Assembly, Ramaphosa was dramatically escorted out after tensions boiled over in a debate that had spiraled into chaos. The stunned silence that followed was broken only by his final words to the chamber, "I did my best." A phrase that has since echoed across the nation and lit up headlines worldwide. The incident began during what was expected to be a routine address. Ramaphosa had taken the podium to defend his administration against mounting criticism, rising unemployment, allegations of corruption, and the ongoing energy crisis that continues to frustrate millions of South Africans. Opposition MPs were quick to seize the moment, interrupting his speech with chants of "a step down" and "enough is enough." The atmosphere grew tense, the Speaker of Parliament repeatedly calling for order, but the chamber descended further into pandemonium. As heckling intensified, members of the opposition demanded that the president leave the House, accusing him of betraying the promises he made upon taking office in 2018. Some even referenced the failure scandal and the ANC's declining approval ratings, suggesting Ramaphosa had lost not only the moral authority to lead but also the public's trust. With security visibly on alert, Ramaphosa paused mid-sentence. His eyes scanned the restless assembly, his usually calm composure visibly shaken. In a moment that felt both personal and historic, he set aside his notes, adjusted his glasses, and uttered the words now burned into political memory, "I did my best." The chamber froze. For a brief instant, even his harshest critics fell silent. Those words, heavy with resignation and vulnerability, seemed to reveal a man no longer clinging to political power but reflecting on the weight of leadership in one of the most difficult periods in South Africa's democratic history. Moments later, Parliament's security detail stepped forward, and in a scene broadcast live across the nation, Ramaphosa was escorted out. Reactions outside Parliament were immediate and explosive. Supporters of the president called the treatment he received disgraceful and accused opposition parties of orchestrating a spectacle. "He gave everything for this country," one ANC member told reporters, "and this is how we repay him." Critics, however, celebrated the moment as symbolic justice. "Ramaphosa has failed the people," said one DA representative. This was the day accountability finally caught up with him. On social media, hashtags like #IDidMyBest, #RamaphosaExit, and #Parliament drama trended within minutes. Memes, video clips, and fiery debates flooded platforms, with some users expressing sympathy for a man who seemed broken under the weight of leadership, while others mocked his words as an admission of failure. Political analysts are already dissecting the long-term impact of this dramatic event. Some suggest it marks the effective end of Ramaphosa's presidency, whether through resignation, impeachment, or electoral defeat in 2026. Others believe the emotional moment could rally sympathy and humanize him in the eyes of the public, painting him as a leader overwhelmed by impossible challenges rather than one guilty of incompetence. Whatever the outcome, one fact is undeniable: those 4 words, "I did my best," will forever be tied to Cyril Ramaphosa's legacy. In a country yearning for answers, direction, and leadership, the image of its president being escorted out of Parliament after uttering that simple but powerful statement will remain etched in history as one of the defining moments of South Africa's political landscape.